Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I am very much alive. You know, so I went, Teresa. Anyway, I have an awful garbage, filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised, but if you're not into that or weird stuff in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Obviously, this is the completed look because I filmed this really just backwards. I'm not a real YouTuber, clearly. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I got so excited because initially I was gonna sit down and film a different video, which you'll see that video tomorrow. But instead, Miss Natasha Denona came in the mail today. Something that initially they said I was gonna get next week because of all that blizzard stuff that was going on. Kind of messed all the mail up. But no, lo and behold, it actually showed up and I was like, oh damn, I gotta try this now. So with that said, we're gonna do a first impressions of the little mini pastel palette along with the pastel plexi glow highlighter. So let me tell you a little bit about these products first, and then I'm going to show you how I created this look, and then I'll give you my final thoughts about it, because anyway. Yeah, you'll see. Okay, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette first. The mini pastel eyeshadow palette retails for $27. The mini pastel eyeshadow palette presents 5 luscious limited edition shades in magical multi-dimensional textures, a jewel bright duochrome mint with pink and gold shifts, 2 icy metallics in baby pink and sky blue, a vivid aqua green matte, and a sparkling matted mute cobalt. So if you're familiar with the little mini palette, the packaging is exactly the same. You get a little 5 pans. I'm sorry, this used to be really pretty until I dug my little disgusting mitts into it. But yeah, this is what she looks like. It's fine. There are 4 shimmers and 1 matte in this one. Usually I feel like there are at least 2 mattes, so I'm kind of surprised that there's just 1 matte, but it is a mini pastel palette, so I'm not going to break its balls too much about it, okay? Now, moving on to the highlighter, the Pastel Plexi Glow, featuring a translucent alabaster base enveloped in a wash of shimmering pink, gold champagne, and icy mint. The Pastel Plexi Glow highlighter delivers a sheer, glossy radiance in a lightweight gel powder formula that melts seamlessly into the skin. It retails for $42. I do like the Natasha Denona highlighters. Are they my favorite high-end one? No, I think I like Pat McGrath a little bit better, but I do like the formula. But I feel like because I'm so uncooked chicken that sometimes it's just always a hair too dark for me. So I'm very excited to try this one out because I'm hoping, because of how it's described, I'm hoping that it's gonna be good. With that said, let's go back to old past previous me, whatever. Let's go back and let me show you how I created this and let's watch together. Okay, so I think what I want to do first, I'm gonna do the highlighter. Also, don't mind, I'm letting my hair air dry and it's just gross. But I think the thing I'm most excited about is the highlighter, and I cut, ooh, okay, I'll deal with that later. Okay, we're gonna start with the highlighter first. Tea is piping today. Whew. All right, we're gonna start with the highlighter first. And this is what she looks like. She pretty, and I feel like you're not gonna be able to see this because of the lights, but it's pretty. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna insert a photo here. She's gorgeous. She is so gorgeous. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right. So let's use a brush. Let's use a brush. Let's do this one. Let me wipe off any excess bullshit we have because we don't need that. Now, what I have on my face currently right now is foundation, concealer, powder, a little bit of cream bronzer, a little bit of cream blush, keeping it light because I kind of want the other products to be the focal point of today's show. So that's what she looks like. Kind of going diagonal because there's like a green side and a pinky side. Okay, at first I was like, ooh, nothing's coming out, but I do see all the kick up. Okay. Oh, okay, she's pigmented. I mean, well, that's disappointing. Yeah, she's here. She's present. She's making herself known. She's an alien slut through and through. But this is just a gold highlighter. Why did I think it was gonna be? No, this is just straight gold. I'm feeling like I'm duped. Like, what the, did they fuck me? This is a gold highlighter, friends. This is a gold highlighter, and I don't know about y'all, but like gold highlighters are okay. They're not my favorite cup of tea. They get the job done, but it's... I wanted like a little pink reflect. I wanted a little green reflect. I wanted to look like seasick, but make it cute, you know? Gold! And we gotta do it on the other side. Even if I just go into like the pinky side, yeah, it's just gold. There's not even like a pink hue or like an overspray because it's still very much tie-dye-y. You know what? Fuck you. Natasha Denona, because you know how to get us 90s kids, okay? You know how to get us with tie-dye stuff. And I feel so bad right now. Okay. Okay, all that to say, okay, the highlighter is applying very beautifully. It's very, very pigmented. It's very pretty. She's glowy. She's doing everything that a highlighter should do. I cannot fault her for that. What I can fault her for is the fact that you're telling me it's one thing and then you're delivering me a gold highlighter. You're making it seem like it's gonna like be a pastel beautiful dream, and instead it's just a gold highlighter. Listen, I do these videos in hopes that for those that really want to conserve their coins, right? And you really are like, ooh, should I be making this purchase? Please look at my video. My videos as a source of, you know what, glad I didn't have to get this, okay? That's what I want these to be. I'm just helping y'all out. It's a good highlighter. It's fine. It's doing the job. It's just not what I thought it was gonna be. Kind of disappointing. Oh, this is such a cock tease. What the fuck? All right, so that's the highlighter. Let's move on to the eye look. Here's the mini pastel palette. This is what she looks like right here. This is what the pastel palette looks like. These shades are not in the giant pastel palette. So if you were thinking about picking this up and you're like, oh, hey, I have this, there's no shade overlap. Now, in terms of, no, actually, I feel like it did a pretty good job of including some like companion piece shades compared to this palette. So that's pretty good. Now, I love their little 5-pan palettes because I usually find that 75% of the time it's amazing. There are 25% of the palettes that usually are like, but 75% is amazing. Unlike the ratio of these types of palettes, the midi palettes, or even the larger $129 palettes. Those I would say are really, that's a good 50, 70, 30 kind of a chance. 30% being in your favor, you know, of it working out. But I think these are kind of just like the best bet. And plus Natasha Denona, when she's good, and she makes really nice formula, but when she's bad, she is bad. And it doesn't hurt as bad as paying for like a $25 or $29 palette as opposed to like a $68 palette or $129 palette. Love my logic, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one eye look today because it's only 5 pans. And honestly, I really don't know what the hell I wanna do with this. I feel like I'm gonna try my best not to go into other palettes and just purely use this one. We're gonna try our best. But I'm kind of like struggling to think what I want to do with this. But let's put on some eye primer and let's get started. Now the primer that I'm using is the Kaleidos Tone Activator Primer. So funny, ever since kind of falling in love with this, it's been harder to use my tried and true, my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. Although I still do love it, I just find myself reaching for this one more and more and more. So there's one matte in this whole palette and it's the green shade. So I think we're gonna start with the green one. I'm gonna go in with my Rephr number 14. Okay, nice. She's laying down really, really beautifully actually. And I don't have any fallout, which is amazing. I usually get scared when doing eye looks last because I'm a beefy bitch and I tend to go in with my real heavy hand and like, okay? And sometimes I could look like a Jackson Pollock painting, but we're not gonna go with splatters today. We're gonna just try to be very, 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 very careful just to avoid looking like I had bad seafood. Yeah, anyway, so this is a nice, actually very, very pretty green color shade. I actually really like the color, really nice. I also appreciate that you can build this up. So when you start to build it up, it doesn't blend away into nothing. I appreciate that I can build this up and it's not looking patchy or messy. I'm able to get like a softer kind of a blend on the outside while really concentrating the color towards my outer corner into my crease. Like this is cute. So let me do this on the other side. So I have a couple of options here. We could kind of stick with the blue colors, which I feel like are not gonna go. We do have a pink, which is kind of a cool option. But then we have like this fun, ooh, we kind of have this fun duochrome back here. I think we're gonna go in with the duochrome because I mean, I could go in with the pink. No, fuck it. We're gonna go in with the pink. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. No, we're gonna go in with the pink. I wanna look like a baby watermelon. Let's go with the pink. Although I wanna see what it would look like. Okay, see, I think this one would have been fine too. The gold green, and I think it kind of goes a little bit better with, yeah, shit, I like both of them. I like both of them. We're gonna go in with the pink because I'm really butthurt about the highlighter not working out. And yeah. All right, let's go in with the pink. But the gold does look nice though. No, I want the pink. Okay. I made up my mind, I want the pink. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of NYX glitter glue, and I'm gonna use the packing brush. This has been great for shimmers. If you're looking for a synthetic brush and you have hooded eyes like myself and you only want to keep the area very kind of clean, I highly recommend this brush. It's so good. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on both sides. I think my eye look is gonna be a little bit weird only because I have a little bit of that duochrome green on one side, that yellow green, but we're just gonna go over it. It's gonna be fine. That's what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I wanted to look like a baby watermelon. This is cute. So you know what I want to do? I'm going to take this dark blue shade just with my finger, just to put it on the edge of where the pink and green meet, just to give it a little bit of dimension, just a little bit. I'm also trying to do this super carefully too, because I don't want to experience glitter bukkake extraordinaire. I really like how my base looks, so I want to just do a little bit. Not bad, pretty cute. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of liner, some mascara, and we're gonna come back and talk a little bit about this. Here's the completed look. I like this, parts of it. So let's talk about the most disappointing thing for me, and that's the highlighter. Oh, you know, not happy about it. Only because how can you release something so cool looking to only just be a boring basic bitch gold highlighter? Now granted, it is Alien Slut. I love that, but it's just gold. There's nothing fun or unique about it. I don't know, maybe it's my fault. I didn't want to believe the swatches. I thought, oh, maybe it's just bad swatches and it's really gonna have like this pink green duochrome kind of effect. No, it's purely just a cool looking pan gold highlighter. Now, in terms of is it good for uncooked chicken skin? Yeah, like I don't see a cast on me whatsoever. It's pretty, it does the job, but it's not what I wanted. And that's probably my biggest complaint. It's like, okay, yep, I like the formula. It adhered very nicely to the skin. It's not glittery. It's not creating any unnecessary texture. It's not disturbing the products underneath. It glided on very easily, very effortlessly, and you can be a very shining alien slut in little to no time at all. This formula is buildable, so I go in with a heavy hand, but if you do have a lighter hand, rest assured it's not gonna be like bam, alien slut immediately. Like you can build it up to the desired opacity that you want it to be. It's good, it's fine. The quality is fine. I'm just more annoyed that I wanted something else. I feel like I got bamboozled and it's not what I thought it was gonna be. In terms of price for $42, do I think it's worth it? No. As much as I love the formula of it, I think for me the big appeal was the fact that this was like, oh, it's a cool duochrome, like, oh my god. That's my own bullshit. My own mistake, clearly. So I feel like for $42, even yes, it's a high price tag, I feel like I can kind of justify it because I'm like, all right, at least you're kind of delivering me this really cool thing. But for $42 to release just a standard gold highlighter with no bells or fucking whistles, no. So on one hand, yes, the formula is good, but comparing it to other brands, I'm thinking of drugstore in particular, right? Like Wet n Wild or Milani or ColourPop or whatever, right? Those have very strong highlighters for a fraction of the price. So, I mean, if you're buying it for the cool pan design and that's it. So I would say skip. If you really just love the idea that it's a gold highlighter, rest assured if you do buy it, you will love the formula because it's good. But if you were like me and are a dum-dum, I don't think you're gonna like this very much. Now, moving on to the little palette. You know, I have to say, I feel like I like it better than the big midi palette. This was kind of okay to use. It was okay. It wasn't like the best. It wasn't the worst. It was kind of like, if I had to rank them, somewhere like middle bottom. Like, it's a palette that I don't really think about too much. Yeah, it's fine. Who cares? I like this one so much better, and I think clearly for where Natasha Denona prices her stuff out, I feel like this is probably the best deal that you're gonna get, right? I will say, the thing obviously that I was clearly really excited about was the highlighter. And since that didn't pan out well for me, no pun intended, I I have to say that I'm actually liking this way more than the highlighter. When I first opened it up, I'm like, oh, this is pretty, but like I don't really know what to do with it because it kind of feels a little like, where do I start? But I think when I started to kind of play around with the green, and I liked that the one matte shade was very buildable, so you can make it like super light, super intense. I think from that moment, the gear started moving in my head, and I was like, okay, I think this is what I want to do. I want to turn myself into a baby watermelon because this is what I really wanted, and I can't do that, so I guess I'm going to get this from this. And I really do like the look that I created. I wound up actually also using the darker blue shade here. The only one I didn't really put on my eye was this one. I do love this duochrome moment. It actually kind of reminds me of the one shade that I loved in the Natasha Denona Gold palette. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that one. And I'm talking about Lime Chrome, which is up here. No, it's definitely not the same. Wow, Natasha Denona used to make really good palettes. This is, if you have this one, take it out of your collection, hug it extra close to you, because I feel like this was the last time the brand was solid. My opinion, but I mean, even I've had this for years and the swatch is actually way better than this one. So do you really need the mini palette? I don't think so. If you have the gold palette, definitely. That's beautiful. What happened to you? Did something happen, Natasha? You used to come out with such bangers. What happened? That said, I had no problems with application. I didn't notice any sort of patchiness. I was actually kind of really impressed that there was literally little to no fallout. And if there was fallout, it was definitely me problem, not a Natasha problem. I was able to wipe it away without leaving any mess. So I like that. In terms of like, can you make this a standalone palette? Yeah, but I feel like you could probably create like maybe 1 or 2 looks, and then you're gonna really be looking at other palettes to complete it. So you really can't go in with the mindset that this is gonna be the only palette you ever have. Like, this is definitely a little Tetris Lego piece to your collection. You know what I mean? It's like a little connector piece to a much bigger conversation. So I like this. I actually don't mind the quality, and I would say the last really good palette that the brand has come out with this year was the My Dream palette, which I actually used a little bit. I used the black shade as a liner for today, and I love that. I'm happy that I did. Of course, this is a mere first impressions because I literally got it in the mail today, and I was like, okay, I wanted to do one video, and I was like, oh, screw that. I might as well just play around with this because it really had a little bit of a chokehold on me, especially considering that pan is beautiful, but obviously it's a lie. So I'm glad that I did it. But overall, you know, I think this is a mixed bag. The highlighter, it's good, but it's not what you think it's gonna be if you think you're gonna be getting something really cool. If you want a really cool duochrome highlighter, look to the indie brands. They know what's up. Honestly, if you want something really like sci-fi, space agey, slutty, just go to any indie brand, honestly. Any indie brand, just do that. But if you are looking for just a nice palish kind of gold highlighter, then you're gonna like this. As for the palette, I am not mad that I picked this up. I'm actually like, okay, I see myself getting use out of it. It's just going to be a companion piece at the end of the day. But quality wise, so far so good. No eye irritations. It's not lifting. It's doing its job. I look pretty fucking cute, and I love that for me. So yeah, of course I will update you at the end of the month to let you know if I'm still loving it. But if you were interested in picking this up, rest assured it's not shit. And that's the best thing I could say. It's actually pretty solid. So anyway, now I want to hear from you. Let me know down below. How are you feeling about this collection? Are you stunned? Are you stunned like I am? Because I feel like I'm too stunned to speak. The woman was too stunned to speak. Like, that's how I feel. Regarding this collection. But I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know down below. And of course, as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. As always, feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and YouTube members. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty, garbage but afloat. Couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up so you can live inside my belly and we can be one. If you want to know what is currently on my face, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins tomorrow with the worst of video, which should have came out today but didn't because Natasha comes first. Bye.